years, but I was practically the very first person my age ever to step conceptual foot into the internet. When Mima hears in a crowd someone say that they are always looking at Mima's room, just the way that he says it sounds like he's talking about a fan site to me, but Mima does not know about fan sites. Mima is a regular Japanese girl in her early 20s in the early 90s and doesn't even know what it means when her fan mail tells her that they posted a link to Mima's room until she asks her manager about it. It would be really unfair to talk about this film as though I were watching it for the first time, and I'm betting that if you're watching this video, then you either don't care about spoilers or you have seen this film at least once yourself. But it's the classic case in which a film takes on more meaning when you know what's really going on, and so repeat viewings are somehow even more exciting. If you don't know that the manager is the killer, then you're not going to probably pay her too much mind over the course of the movie, which is totally to her intention. Consider how bored and out of it she pretends to be when Mima starts telling her about shit that she's directly involved with and definitely knows about. This woman is a real sociopath, and you know that because of how you'd never know it if the film didn't reveal it to you in the very end. What's really happening throughout this whole film's midsection is a kind of one-sided psychological warfare against Mima perpetrated by her manager, who really doesn't want her to stop singing. If you're watching Mima's first acting gig attentively, it's suddenly a lot more obvious how this woman is hoping to undermine this venture. Totally contrasting the energy that she had in the dressing room before, now she's standoffish and hardly willing to talk to Mima. But Mima isn't registering any of this just because she's become so enthralled in the experience. This one very telling shot has Mima staring at the actress whom she's about to decide that she wants to be just like, while the manager watches her in silent disapproval. Feeling the way that Mima is just getting more interested in this whole acting world and is basically showing no signs of emotional connection to her former career as a singer. Keep in mind that the blank phone call and the creepy fax calling her a traitor over and over that she got just the night before were sent over by this very woman who is trying to scare her back into a career that she is now seeing Mima has no interest in whatsoever. I am curious to know how many first-time viewers of this film suspected manager Rumi as the criminal from the start. As the more my knowledge of psychology and tropes and mystery have deepened, the more it almost feels obvious now. But that's easy to say when I've known this film for over 15 years and I've seen it at least 3 times. What's really changed, though, is my perspective on what kind of person would have done this. After all, who could be more obsessed with a person and their fate than the people right next to them? And who could be less suspicious to them than someone that they trust? In retrospect, it feels like it only could have been Rumi. Who else would have